Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we are continuing my series of trying to collect every LEGO Star Wars minifigure ever. Pretty ginormous feat with the new Star Wars wave. There are almost 1,200 figures to collect now. So that's pretty enormous. Today we're going to knock out quite a few of them though. A lot of new ones. As you can see, these are the two oldest figures in today's lot. We have Emperor Palpatine from 2000 and an Endor Rebel Commando from 2015. So that's a pretty large jump, and everyone above this is newer figures as well. So not a whole lot of old ones, a lot of new ones, which is great because the new ones are pretty fantastic. So the first figure we have is Emperor Palpatine from the year 2000. Pretty basic figure, still using the yellow face and yellow hands. Hadn't switched to the flesh tone yet. I like the face print on him actually. I think it does its pretty justice for the time, pretty detailed. He's got the old paper cloak, no alternate head or back printing. That was the norm back then. If you got any of that, that was pretty substantial. But yeah, that's Palpatine. On the right we have the Rebel Commando. Now this guy's a really cool figure. He's got the olive green torso and legs. Pretty great printing with that camo. Almost looks pixelated, but he's pretty cool. I like the helmet on him. I think this is probably one of the best helmets they made for Rebels, with the nice just evergreen green on that. Pretty solid back printing too, and no alternate face on him. But yeah, I think this is one of the better Rebel Commandos they've made. Pretty solid, just the Rebel army builder. Unfortunately, it's not too cheap, so not fun to army build, but still a great figure nonetheless. But yeah, so 2000, 2015 respectively. We'll get on to the next ones. Next up, we have three figures from 2018. So on the left, we have the Bespin guard with a mustache. This figure came out with the UCS Cloud City set. Pretty standard figure, looks pretty good. I mean, the Bespin guards they've been doing recently are pretty solid. The only thing that would make them more accurate is a darker blue uniform, but still pretty solid. The printing simple, nice, little bit of a reflective gold on there. Mustache is what makes him unique, just the head on that. Other than that, he's exactly the same as the previous versions we've gotten. No alternate head, of course, because it would stick out the back of the hat, but he's got some nice simple back printing on that. The next figure we have is Dagobah training Luke Skywalker. This is a pretty great figure. The last version of this guy we got was over a decade ago, so dire need of a update, and we got it. Pretty good figure. He's got the brown pants, a little bit of a tank top on there. He's got the dark tan hair, which is pretty cool, other than the tan that they usually have. Ooh. On the back, we got some pretty nice printing. He comes with a backpack. This guy unfortunately did not when I bought him secondhand, but that's okay. Still pretty good figure. And on the back, he's got a really cool alternate head. Looks like he's concentrating, trying to lift those rocks up with the Force. The last figure on this part is we got Bandolier Chewbacca. This came out with the Solo wave. He was in the Millennium Falcon for the movie. What makes him unique, he's actually got a completely new sculpt. A little bit of the next three figures we have all come from the year 2018. On the left, we have the Bespin guard. This one came out with the UCS Cloud City set for that year. What makes him unique is his face print. He's got the mustache. That print isn't exclusive. Just the combination with the outfit and the head is exclusive. Pretty simple printing. It's the same one they've been using for quite a while now. A little bit of reflective gold on that. The only thing that would make this figure better would be a darker outfit uniform. That'd be more accurate to the movies, make it look a little bit better. Pretty simple back printing too. All around, just a solid figure. In the middle, we have Dagobah training Luke. Now this is a pretty good figure. He's got really nice leg printing and a torso print. He's got the tank top on. This is a figure we hadn't gotten since, I can't remember, but it's been over a decade with the old Dagobah set. He's got the dark tan hair, which is pretty cool. A little bit different from the Tatooine Lukes we usually get. He came with a backpack. This version I bought unfortunately did not come with one, but it doesn't really matter too much. Still pretty solid back printing on that, nice and simple. Gets the job done. His alternate face is really cool. He's concentrating in that scene where he lifts the rocks up. So pretty solid figure on that. The last one we have is Chewbacca. He came out in the Solo Millennium Falcon. And this guy's pretty cool. He's actually got a completely new sculpt for his headpiece. He's got the bandolier. He's officially known as Bandolier Chewbacca. So he's got the bandolier on the side from the movie. It's a little bit of a different sculpt if you can see on the sides. It's normally just kind of smoother. So like his hair is a little tousled. No printing on the back, which is a bit unfortunate, but just look at it from the front. It's pretty good. So that does it for these three. Let's get on the next ones. The next three figures we have all come from the Solo movie as well, and also from the year 2018. So on the left, we have Quay Tulsite. This guy came out with the Solo Millennium Falcon as well. He is the guy in charge of the Kessel Mines. He's a Pike, if you guys know from the Clone Wars, so that's really cool. All around, he's just a really cool looking figure. Nice torso printing. You can see his tubes kind of connect to his headpiece, which is also a really cool sculpt as well. So there's that. And then take this off. It's just the standard gold head. Nothing too fancy. But his back printing is also like really nice actually. So that's a pretty cool figure. Just a cool alien to have in the background of some of your mocks, or just something cool to have in your collection. In the middle we have Val. So this was Beckett's love interest at the beginning of the movie. She's pretty cool. Can't really say anything bad about her. She's got really nice printing all around, really detailed. She's got the afro piece for the hair. I feel like that might have been more accurate if it was black. I can't quite remember. She also got a really cool alternate face with the goggles. On the right we have one of Dryden's guards. This is the open mouth version. There are two ever so slightly different with the mouth printing. This is a really cool figure, another cool alien to have. Pretty simple printing, but gets the job done. Cool, like monkey head sculpt. I really like that. Very basic back printing. But that does it for these three figures. Let's get on to the next ones. The next figures we have up all come from the 20th anniversary Slave One. And these are all pretty cool figures, especially Zuckuss on the left there. So we'll start with him. This is very clearly the main minifigure draw from the set. Exclusive, needed to get the last of the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back, and they did not disappoint. Pretty good figure. You can see like his tubes connect to his head sculpt. Probably could have been a little bit darker brown, but other than that, can't really complain because it looks really good. He's also a little bit shorter. They would have made a new piece for his legs there because he's a shorter bounty hunter. Other than that, really cool figure. Glad to finally get a Zuckuss. In the middle there, we got Cloud City Han Solo. Pretty standard figure. Nothing too much has changed about him from the other Cloud City version. He's got the nice dark blue torso, which I think is what the Bespin guard should be in to be more accurate. Can't quite remember. I have to look at another picture of him from the movies. But other than that, yeah, just the basic Han Solo. Nothing too fancy about him. Nice printing though. I feel like these modern figures all have good printing. Can't complain. And then we have the 20th anniversary of Princess Leia. So it's like a copy from the 1999 version with of course the different color hair because they don't make the old brown anymore. And the most drastic difference is the 20 years printing on the back, which upsets some people. I think it's kind of cool. Commemorates the 20 years of Lego Star Wars. But that does it for these three. Let's get on to the next ones. So the next two figures are also from 2019. These are also 20th anniversary figures. We got Padme on the left there. She came out in the Pod Racer set. Really cool figure. Not a whole lot has changed from her last one except one major thing. She has these medium scale legs so she can bend, which is pretty cool. She's the first Lego Star Wars figure to use these type of legs. That's pretty awesome. Really good printing, detailed on the like the woven part of her shirt, which is pretty solid. Cool hair sculpt. I don't think it's exclusive. Then she's got like an angry face to complete the look. On the left here, we have a Wookiee warrior. This came out in the 20th anniversary ATRT. Nothing too fancy about him. He's just a basic Wookiee, which is really, really nice actually. No printing, no bandolier on him, which is cool. Just the fur printing and eyes and teeth. So that's really solid. I like this Wookiee actually quite a bit. Nothing on the back, but just a very standard looking Wookiee warrior, which is cool to army build and just have in your mocks. So that's fun. And we'll get on to the next ones. The next figures we have came out in the Mandalorian ATSD. So we had a couple of Klatooinian raiders here. These are really cool figures, just to have some more aliens standing around. Cool, unique figures. They both use the same headpiece, same head printing, but the torsos are different. So also same legs. But yeah, the one on the left comes with like a gunmetal gray helmet and shoulder piece. And this one has like the Ultron neck brace weird. It looks weird, but for some Star Wars aliens, I think they fit pretty well. They both have really nice torso printing. On the back is fairly standard, but also looks pretty good. These are a pair of really cool figures to have. I'm glad they included them in the set. But yeah, not too much else to say about them. So we'll get on to the next two. And of course we have the next two from the exact same set, Cara Dune and the Mandalorian himself. Of course, this is the Mandalorian version. That's not full Beskar, so the first couple episodes we see him, which is a bit inaccurate to the scene he is, because he's at full Beskar at that point, but oh well, still a really good figure to get. His detailing is great all around. No head underneath, but that's okay on him. He's not really supposed to show his head. He's got the thin cape on the back, which is pretty cool, and really nice printing on his back of the torso, which you won't even see very often with the cape, so it's cool that they included that. The other cool figure, of course, is Cara Dune. She is by far probably one of the better figures from this collection, or from this haul. You can kind of see like all the detail in her torso, and you can see the rebel symbol tattoo by her eye. The only thing that I think she definitely needed is the tattoo on her arm. It would be right there, but they didn't do arm printing for this figure, which is kind of a shame. I don't know, the hair piece doesn't also fit too well, but I don't know what would have been better, to be honest. And we got Angry Cara. But yeah, I think she's probably one of the better figures. Pretty cool printing all around. Just probably could have used a different hair piece and the tattoo on her arm. But that does it for these two. Let's get on to the next ones. Now the next two figures are probably my two favorite from the haul. We got, of course, the 501st Troopers from the 2020 501st Battle Pack. There's not much anything I can say that hasn't already been said 1,000 times about these figures. They are great. The Jet Trooper on the left is really cool, from the Battlefront version, and also from Season 7 of Clone Wars when you see him on the bridge. They got like feet printing on the legs, as well as some really solid torso printing and a helmet print on him. And he uses the darker skin tone because Tamara Morrison is Polynesian. So that's really cool that they switched over from that. Also not using Angry Clone anymore, which is cool. He also has a blue jetpack, which is really cool to get as well. Now the 501st Trooper I like a little bit less. I don't know what it is. I think it's like maybe the white crotch piece, or maybe he could have used blue arms. I don't know, something a little bit different could have been done to make him better, but he's still really good nonetheless. Uses the same headpiece as the Jet Trooper there, but other than that, really solid figures. This is probably, from the back he looks just completely like a white clone trooper. I feel like a little bit more blue on him could have done him a little bit of justice, but other than that, I really can't complain about these figures. It's great to get them, especially in a cheaper army building format. But that does it for this Lego haul. We got 19 more figures to add to the wall. So I'll be right back and we'll show you the wall. Alrighty, and here's what the wall currently looks like. So we'll play everyone's favorite game, trying to watch me remember where everyone is put. So up here we have the oldest guy, Emperor Palpatine. And then we go way down here. The next guy is the Endor Rebel Commando. And then everyone else is down here. So let's see, we got Luke right there, one of the Dryden's guards over there. We got Chewie and Quay Tulsite. Let's see. We got the Bespin guard and the Padme plus the Slave One crew over there. Got the Wookiee warrior. Over here we have the Mandalorian ATST. Over here is the 501st Troopers. We got Val right there. And I believe that is everyone. Yeah. So 20 more guys added to the wall. It's looking much more complete as always, especially down here. Filled in a lot of gaps. Very happy about that. So, can't wait to show you guys the next haul. I'll see you then.